Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Real Madrid 2, Getafe 1. 4 wins from 4, a possible 12 points out of a possible 12, um, which is obviously very good. Um, and again, we showed that fighting spirit to the end. Um, but is that actually going to be able to last forever? Because sometimes, and we've seen it before, right? Yes, in football, if you are playing against a strong team and there's nothing between the two teams, you need a bit of spirit to lift the team up. But overall, the quality and the depth of the team and the squad must still be there to compete for the big silverwares. And can we keep going for the next? Because we're gonna play realistically 50 games, right? And so far we're 4 games in, and the first game against Bilbao, okay, we look good. Almeria, we went 1 down, but we look good. Against Celta Vigo, I think we struggled, but we scored a late goal to win it. So I would say we kind of looked good. And against Getafe, we scored a very late goal, 95 minutes, wasn't it? So if we're already going to, I wouldn't say struggle, but if we aren't already going to start winning games more comfortably now, what chance do we have to do it later on in the season when the Champions League games are coming back, when the cup games are coming back, domestic cup games are coming back? What chances do we have in competing to win these trophies? And that is my concern. Again, the transfer window is now obviously closed. Striker, what's up there? What's up there? We're going to rely on Joselu at least until January. But I do think we're going to rely on this team until the end of the season, because I can't see Real Madrid making any more moves until next summer. And Real Madrid typically don't make signings in January. They like to do their business in the summer, which is why I expected at least another attacking option to come in, especially a striker. But I guess we thought that it was a good idea to not reinforce the attack when Vini Jr. is now out for at least another month. We've got Rodrigo, we've got Joselu, and we've got Brahim Diaz as our 3 options. For this game, we had 3 attackers, sorry. We did not have, obviously, Vini Jr. We did not have Arda Güler, he's still out for another 4 or 5 weeks. So, what are we going to do there? What are we going to do there in terms of attackers? And you know that without a proper attacker, without a proper striker, without a proper number 9, it's hard. In fact, it's almost impossible to compete with your Man Cities, your Bayern Munich. Now, I'm just gonna talk a bit about that situation before we get into the game, because I saw this Instagram post that I commented on, and I think it was something like, if I'm not wrong, this is the first season Real Madrid going to a season without a number 9, or something along those lines. Even let me have a look. Um, yeah, this is Madrid Extra, who we always talked about from Twitter, but obviously I follow them on IG as well. And they put this post out 3 days ago. For the first time in history, Real Madrid will go into the season without a player wearing number 9. And I responded, and I've got 12 likes so far, right? I put, going into the season without a striker is unheard of, right? Barcelona will fight back for La Liga, while Man City and Bayern have extremely strong teams with 2 of the best strikers in the world. We really could go another season without winning the Liga or the Champions League. Now, it is true that top teams not having a striker going into the season is unheard of. Think of any club, right? In the top 4 that are in the Champions League, right? Name of any big club big club in the Champions League that don't have a striker. And we're talking Man City, Haaland, Bayern Munich, Kane, Barcelona, Lewandowski, and Inter Milan, Lautaro Martinez. So Napoli, Victor Osimhen. Liverpool have got plenty of, attacking quality, so they can just spread the goals among them. But they're not in the Champions League anyways. Arsenal again, they have got plenty of players. Saka, Martinelli, Odegaard will get them 35-40 goals. So they are fine. But can you say the same about Real Madrid? Can you say that Joselu, Jude Bellingham, and let's chuck in Rodrigo. Do you think these three players, knowing that one of them is actually a midfielder that is being relied on to score goals, but do you think that these three will get you 40 goals this season? Now, I know that Bellingham currently has had 5 in 4, and if you calculate and use projected goals or expected goals, he will probably be expected to get 40 goals. But that's not how it works, because you can't say, oh, he's got 5 and 4, so he's definitely going to score 45 goals. It's not how it works, right? So, personally, I think it's very naive and very innocent for Real Madrid to think, let's just hope that Bellingham can fill in the shoes and fill in the boots left by Benzema. Let's hope that because we've forced Vini Jr. and Rodrigo to move centrally, they're going to score more goals. Let's hope that because Joselu was scoring goals for Espanyol and for Alaves, that he would do the same. Because yes, Joselu scored a good goal today, or not today, but in this game. But can Joselu score 30 goals a season? No. Can Jude Bellingham score 30 goals a season? No. Realistically, you need at least one player in your team who can score 30 goals a season. Benzema was there. Lewandowski is there for Barcelona. Harry Kane is there for Bayern Munich. Erling Haaland is there for Man City. Real Madrid don't have that. Which is exactly why Barcelona will fight back. They've just beaten Osasuna last night when I'm recording. And I believe Lewandowski scored a penalty or something. Those are the kind of moments that will win you games. And if El Clasico is today, Barcelona will be favourites because they've got a striker. And bear in mind, we still have to play Barcelona throughout the season twice without a striker when they've got Lewandowski, one of the best strikers in the world. And also, Man City and Bayern Munich have got two of the best strikers in the world. And they've got two of the strongest teams in Europe. So, how are we going to compete with Barcelona for La Liga and with Man City and Bayern Munich for the Champions League when we don't even have a striker? Now, that just exposes everything that, means success. Because if you don't have a striker, there is no point going in saying, oh, we might actually win something, because there's no point discussing that. There is no point. Because you're relying on a midfielder getting you 30 goals a season. And I know Bellingham can do it. I know Bellingham has the quality. I know he's capable of doing it. But it does not make it right. And it does not make it fair to rely on a new 20-year-old signing to come in who needs time to settle in. And I know he's adaptable. I know he can adapt and settle in. But it's still not fair on the player to just throw this responsibility that we should have addressed a long time ago that we didn't. And we threw it on Benzema, and he held that responsibility. And now that he's left, we're not going to throw that responsibility on Jude Bellingham. That's not fair on Bellingham. And yeah, like I said, we can expect to go another season in without winning any silverware, because that is kind of where it looks like we're heading to. But about the game, actually, it's a good goal from Mayoral. Of course, it had to be him. I had that feeling that it was going to be Mayoral who scores, and he did. Rounds past Kepa and slotted it into the back of the empty net. 1-0 after 10 minutes. I was thinking to myself, okay, we're in for a very, very long afternoon, evening, whatever. It was an afternoon kickoff, wasn't it? Yeah. And then, look, 1-0 down, you go into the break, 1-0 down. You're thinking to yourself, if we need someone to come on, who are we going to bring on? And this is the same problem as I highlighted against Celta Vigo. Because Ancelotti at halftime must be thinking to himself, but if you're Ancelotti, you'll be thinking to yourself, I've got Bellingham, Joselu, Rodrigo on the pitch, I'm 1-0 down, and I've got Brahim Diaz on the bench. That's all I got. Because the rest of the players are Nacho, Cruz, Valverde, Vasquez, Lunin, Nico Paz, and Garcia and Gonzalez, right? But they're not really in to come on. They're just there to fill the bench. But realistically, Nacho is not going to get you a goal. You can't rely on him. You're not going to rely on Cruz or Vasquez, or realistically not Valverde. So you got Brahim Diaz. Really? That's the only player that's an offensive-minded player. Maybe Valverde. But that doesn't guarantee you goals as well. So, you must be going into that game going, oh my days. And this is the problem, because any team, if they play Real Madrid, they get an early goal, they can just sit back. They can just defend, and they can go, we're not scared of them. They don't have a striker. They've got Rodrigo, who is a good player, but we're not scared of him. They've got Joselu, we're not scared of him. They've got Bellingham. Okay, we should be scared of him, but what are the chances he scores? And on their bench, they've got one attacker, and he's an attacking midfielder. So, what is the plan here? What is the deal here? Even Arda Güler isn't an attacking player, like not a goal scorer. He is an attacking player, but he's not a 15-20 goal season player. So, what is the idea here? What is the plans for this season? Are we going to go for a season where we're probably just not going to win anything, really? Like last season. But to be fair, last season we won the UEFA Super Cup, we won the Copa del Rey, and we won the Club World Cup. So, last season we had something, but what about this season? Like I said earlier on, Joselu gets a good goal. Modric plays the corner, gets the ball back, sends in the cross. I think it was Jenny who blocks it, but Joselu just slams it in. Questions about offside and handball, but no. Joselu had a very good game, to be fair, but I'm not, denying his qualities, because Joselu can, shine and can show, quality in certain moments, but he's not that player. He's not a 35-40 goal season player in all competitions. And he had a couple of good chances, but Jude Bellingham, again, we've been calling this man for the first 4 games already. He's been influential, like very influential. But 5 goals in 4 games, and was it 2 assists? Mind-blowing. It's just mind-blowing. You just don't get that. You just don't see that much. 20 years old. The influence that he brings, the maturity that he brings, the experience that it seems like he already has. What a player he is. And he's just destined to be a successful player. He's just destined to be that, because, wow, he's coming to Real Madrid at 20 years old, and he has just bossed this team. He has showed everyone that he is the man. He is the man. I mean, what's a good goal as well? Vasquez takes a shot from distance. I think David Silva has to do better there. In fact, we were looking at David Silva in the summer to be the backup to Courtois. Actually, and we chose to stick to Lunin, and then obviously after that Courtois got injured, and I think we were still linked to Silva, but we went for Kepa instead. But Silva just spills it. He should really grab that, doesn't he? He should. Doesn't. And then Bellingham is there on the rebound. I mean, he said it, but the fans, the crowd went crazy. And Jude Bellingham himself said that this is the loudest atmosphere he's ever played in. And he played for Dortmund. And if you guys don't know how loud Borussia Dortmund atmosphere and their fans are, go and have a listen, man. Go and have a listen. If you search like on YouTube, right? Borussia Dortmund fan atmosphere, like literally, it's incredible. It's amazing. Like literally, it's amazing. But like I said, it's a good goal. It's a very, very smart finish. He knows that the goalkeeper might spill it, so he gets there in time to get the opportunity to pounce on it, and it's paid off. Ultimately, you can say, look, we've won the game, Bellingham has scored, Joselu has scored, great, and I agree. But let's not forget about the big problem that we still have, which is the striker. We still miss that. Because, realistically, you can't just say, that's not important. It's still going to be crucial. And we'll be sitting here in months' time going, oh, it's really affected us now. Because now we're going to an international break for 2 weeks. And then we have Real Sociedad at home. And then we have a Champions League game against Union Berlin. Now I'll do a reaction to that. But realistically, games are coming in. So we still need a striker. So as of now, we can say it's all good. It's all fun and games. But wait till you get to the serious part of the season and you have no striker. That's all I'm going to say. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to the if it's on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.